When the health crisis abates, we will need to spur the economic recovery. It is imperative that we grow together and not apart, and that we protect the internal market in doing so. Now is the right time to start this discussion. Far-sighted leaders plan for peace before the fight is over. That is why today we have discussed the next steps. The next EU budget will be a key component of this strategy. But today we also agreed to work on a recovery fund, which would turbocharge the European investments that we will need to build a better, greener, more resilient and more digital economy. As with the three safety nets, this fund will pool our financial strength to accelerate the investments we need. This fund would be temporary, targeted, and commensurate with the extraordinary costs of the current crisis. All ministers agreed that we will need to design something new. And I saw indeed broad support for the setting up of this recovery fund. And this recovery fund is intended to provide additional funding via the EU budget. On size and on timing, we now seek guidance from the European Council. There are different options to set up this fund. We need to discuss the appropriate financing of it, but indeed this guidance is going to be crucial. This is going to be a very deep and temporary crisis, but the deepness and the size of the crisis will depend on the duration of the lockdown. We have to now focus ourselves in fighting the virus and protecting our economy, and as soon as we start recovery, we will be able to determine the size needed for this fund, and it must be available as soon as we start the recovery. Thank you.
If I may only add something on our side, I think that for sure this fund should be connected with the EU budget. This is one of the issues that the Council will discuss and that President von der Leyen will include in our proposal on the new budget at the end of this month. Be a sizable fund, and we have to find the best way to connect it to the new EU budget.